As railway photographers, we're always looking for that next location, the new vantage point, the bridge, the crossing, the cutting, something new, always looking for the next spot to get the photograph of the train. On this video, I'm going to look for one location and I'm going to fix my camera in one direction. I'm Andrew, by the way, and I do railway photography, and I'm between Doncaster and York on the East Coast main line. And as I say, my plan is not to go looking for new locations. This is a fantastic little spot, plenty of trains running past, but my plan is to challenge my creativity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the tripod and the camera in one location. I'm going to set the same focal length Well, there's an incredible amount of trains coming past, so I'm going to set my tripod up just in a fixed position. There's light, wispy clouds, and I'm hoping for a sunset as well in an hour or so, or in a couple of hours' time. So the idea is not to chase the trains and for a new composition, but to let the light change, and the light dictates the photograph. So I say one fixed composition, and I'll let the scene around me dictate how many photographs that I can get from this one spot. So right, let me get the camera set up and we'll get the first shots underway. Right, I'm set up and I'm happy with the composition. It's fairly front three-quarter view, but there again, that's the challenge. How do you make a creative railway photography from a standard front three-quarter view? So that's my challenge, that's what I've set myself. How creative can you get from a single composition? All we need now is some trains. The light is starting to get very tricky now because it's moving round into my vision, and it's still high in the sky. Probably some high contrast mono as a silhouette might be the next few shots. See how those go. Oh, still picking out some of this grass because that's nicely illuminating. it's really making me think, is this challenge. I think normally I'd have just packed up and moved on now. But I'm having to think. I've got a few ideas, you know, there's, as the light drops, there's motion blurs, and I'm hoping that there's some colour comes in the sky there and gives opportunities. You know, there's a going away shot, a coming towards in the dusk. Don't know, I keep looking at these grasses. My lens is more pointing up than it is pointing down. I'm regretting the setup now, because if I'd have gone low down, I'd have got some beautiful light on this grass. It's just looked gorgeous in the sunshine. Fantastic little spot is this, if you like to be alone. You know, there's no cars, there's no people, and it's just the birds, the wildlife, and the trains whizzing past. Fantastic little spot to come and ponder your thoughts. And there's no distraction. So this has been a great little opportunity, is this? A great little spot for this composition challenge. How many shots from one composition? Well, it's 1 hour until sunset. Hopefully we'll get some fire in the sky and I can get a LNER set against a beautiful sunset sky. It's all about the view around and making the most of it. And as the light drops, there's a few other shots that I could do, as I've just been sitting here and thinking. I'd like to do a couple of motion blurs and see how long a long 9-carriage train takes to go past, and then I need an exposure that's longer than it takes for the train to go past, so I can get the entire train blurring away as it comes through the shot. I can do those as the light level drops. So the sun's setting and there's some glorious colour coming in the sky with the thin clouds over there. But the timetable is thinning out. There's only about 6 more trains before it gets dark. So I've got to really make these work. I need some motion blur, I need some colour in the sky. Try and focus on the foreground again. Get a long shutter speed for a long train going past. Those are the things that I'm thinking. Now I've done 1/50th of a second on a motion blur there, and I don't know whether it's the effect that I wanted. Don't know. We'll have a look. We've got a green light, so there's something going north. I'll have a... Oh, it's coming now, I can hear it. I'll go for 1/100th of a second. No, that's too fast. That just looks like I've made a mistake, does that? Right, the trains are thinning out. I need to make the most of them. I think that was the last southbound Azuma, whilst we've still got a little bit of light. But I've been having a look at these overheads and I might have an idea. I'm just watching the sky darken and change colour, and I'm thinking whether I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different shots of the night sky and blend them in between the wires with a train going past. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take several shots. Well, actually I've taken a few already, but I'm going to take a few more of the sky and see if I can merge it all together somehow. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but it's sort of a work in progress, bubbling along in my mind. But we'll see how that goes. I might have to wait for another train when it's gone dark. Yes, well, we'll see. Right, I only get one shot at this. And I've ended up with 3.2 seconds at f22, ISO 100. And I want a motion blur as the train comes whizzing past. In fact, more than a motion blur, 3 seconds, the train's going to have gone. But I'm going to hit the shutter button as soon as I see it approaching that first gantry there, and hopefully I get the headlights whizzing past and the illuminated carriages whizzing past. That's what I'm hoping. And then if I could blend that with the sky that'll be amazing. But if I can't blend that with the sky, then I might have to use one of my earlier images and blend that in instead. But it's not far away, so I better get myself in a position to get the shot. I captured several images of the darkening sky and masked them in Photoshop. The long motion blur didn't really work, so I did use an earlier image of a speeding Azuma. We all need a bit of creative inspiration now and again. And if that's you, have a look at a couple of groups that I'm involved in. There's the 1Z10 Railway Photographic Group and the Phoenix Railway Photographic Circle. Guaranteed to give you some inspiration. I'm hoping you've enjoyed that bit of summer evening creativity, standing by the East Coast Main Line and this little crossing. I don't know what the images are like because I haven't gone home and edited them, but I hope you've enjoyed the images. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hang on for one more train and take a shot of that. But I think it'll be just too dark and I'll be in the middle of nowhere in pitch black. So what I'll do is I'll say goodbye now and I shall see you on the next video. Okie doke, bye bye.